Saint Athanasius?
Affirmative. Saint Therese?
Call me Maggie.
My preference is to call you Margaret. We should always employ our complete names as it is more respectful to the saints who bore them. Margaret of Scotland was a bold and pious woman who birthed 8 offspring and expired 4 days after her husband.
Actually, it's just Maggie. My parents had a thing for The Simpsons.
Which monastery did they establish?
It's an old TV show.
Huh. I do not credo in television. I smashed mine.
Like on purpose?
Indeed, with an axe.
I see. So, what's your real name, Athanasius?
Well, Paul, but I go by Paulus. That is the Latin rendering of my nomine.
Oh, is it?
It is.
You like Latin, huh?
I do. It was my major in homeschool.
Were you homeschooled?
I was, through my sophomore year of college.
College?
Well, my mother was markedly intelligent.
Why didn't you go all the way through grad school?
She perished that year.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No apologies necessary. The priest administered the apostolic pardon, so she went directly to heaven. I requested a novena of Gregorian Masses be offered for her, just to be on the safe side. We remained very close.
Interesting.
I was under the impression that your attire would include a long skirt.
Did I say that?
No, but I inferred it from our penultimate chat.
Oh, remind me?
It concerned Our Lady of Fatima's warnings about sins of impurity.
Should we order?
I will pay.
What's the most expensive thing on the menu? Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll just have a burger.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not an option.
Are you kidding? This place is famous for its burgers.
Yes, but unfortunately our courtship has embarked on a Friday.
But it's not Lent.
Catholics are obliged to refrain from meat on all Fridays or in those places approved by the Bishop's Council to do some other suitable penitentiae. That's Canon 1251.
Believe me, I am doing some other suitable sort of penitentiae.
Additionally, when we supplicate the Lord's blessing upon our meal, other patrons will detect our Catholicism and are carnivorous surpassed, and it could be the cause of scandal.
Well, scandalize to evangelize.
Okay. So, Margaret.
Maggie?
How many children do you think you could have?
Could have?
Biologically speaking, of course. I always anticipated 7 sons and 7 daughters.
I'm more of a dog person.
In what manner do you occupy your free time?
I'm applying for grad school.
Where?
Boston.
Are you aware it wasn't until 1780 that Catholics were permitted to practice the faith in Massachusetts? In fact, the first public mass wasn't held for a subsequent 8 years.
I had no idea.
What?
Is it still hard to find mass?
Well, negative. Boston is one of the most Catholic metropolises in the country.
Well, that's fortunate. Then I'll still be able to go to mass on Christmas and Easter.
Are those the only days that you assist at mass?
So what do you like to do, Polly?
Well, truth be told, I enjoy reading.
No kidding. What are you reading right now?
Are you familiar with The Jeweler's Shop?
No.
It was composed by Karol Wojtyła.
Who?
Pope John Paul II.
Oh, sure. I've heard of him.
We have so much in common, Maggie. Have you ever perused The Restoration of Christian Culture by John Sr.?
No.
It is an extremely important opus in which he shares his convictions that the liturgia is the most important thing in the mundus. In fact, one of the quotes which John Sr. is fond of relating is that Christian culture is the holy sacrifice of the Mass. I mean, if you muse on that, it becomes evident that he is completely accurate. I mean, the singular cause behind all the beautiful cathedrals and the paintings and the statues and the music and the vestments is the Holy Mass. You take away the Holy Mass, and the churches and the statues and the organs, they all turn to dust. His son will be presenting at this year's annual liturgical conference, if you'd like to attend.
Paulus, don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
But have you ever considered the priesthood?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I only say that because I'm discerning.
Well, if your discernment has not culminated, you should not have accepted this engagement.
I know, I'm sorry. I was just trying to keep all my options open.
I would not, trust me, I would not want to come in between you and if you have the vacatio manus. I would fight any man for you, but not the God-man.
That's so sweet of you.
Please, good night, and please pray for me and my future bride.
I'll do what I can. Bring me a beer and a burger.